A very good evening to Inchinism and everyone. Next. I like to introduce ourselves before we begin our presentation. My name is Komati, daughter of Arjunan, and my matric card number is 01DDT20F2051.
And my name is Hemasri, daughter of Chandraram, and my matric card number is 01DDT20F2001.
And my name is Tinagan, son of Raja. My matric number is 01DDT20F2032.
Today, we are going to present our case study, which involves installing the Tor browser and gather information using the deep and dark web for information, and as well as discuss about dark web market overview, risks, and challenges. Now, I'm going to show you how to install a Tor browser. Step 1. To start, we must first open Google Chrome. Next, type Tor browser download into the search bar and press enter. Next. Step 2 is following that you will see the search result. Step 3, then select Tor project download. Next, we select download for Windows and wait for the download to be complete. Next. Step 4 and step 5 will be, we check to see if the Tor browser is installed on our device or not. Then there will be able to use the Tor browser. Next. Before we can do that, we must first connect to Tor. Then we may search for whatever we want, as I did for the dark web market. As a result, you guys can see the outcome on the screen. Okay, so that's it for the installation for Tor browser. Next, I move on with the darknet overview. The term darknet can be used to describe all non-commercial sites on the internet, or to refer to all underground web communication and technologies, most commonly those associated with illegal activity or dissent. Darknet is the underground world of commerce in the internet, and also known as deep web. Its servers appear in anonymity because of a software called the onion router, which is Tor. The darknet is a part of a deep web, the biggest part of the internet, which is not indexed by regular search engines. The darknet can be accessed via the Tor browser and Tor hidden services, which allow you to find anonymously run websites. No one uses his or her real name on the darknet. Neither cybercrime nor the darknet are straightforward. They are models of contradiction of the gray areas. So without this dark web, like peer-to-peer exchange, it's doubtable we had have the consumer-friendly online media world of today. In 2000s, the dark web proper really got its start in March of 2000 with the release of Frenet. The service still exists today and also provide a censorship-resistant way to use the web. So the most important dark web development of all the time happened is 2002 with the release of Tor or the Tor onion router as I have shown just now how to install it. And it was created by none other than the US government as a way to have their own operatives remains invisible. So that's all from my side. Next, I will pass to my co-presenter to explain about this case study. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Komati. Now I would like to talk about dark web rise. So first and foremost, you know something in the 2014 World Drug Report and the rise of hidden. The variety of drugs available on the dark net appear to be diverse and growing, and this pose unique challenges for law enforcement. As outlined by Interpol in the September 2014 Internet Organized Crime Assessment, which is IOCTA, the relationship between customer and vendor in the hidden markets is purely transactional. In the second point is consequences of Silk Road's interdiction was a rise in registration on other darknet sites such as Block Market Reloaded and Ship Marketplace, which is provided a mechanism for verifying trusted Silk Road vendors in order to encourage their customers to follow. So, last but not least, the key advantage of Silk Road is 1.0 over competitors was the site's use of Bitcoin, digital coins which are not issued by any government, bank or organization and rely on cryptographic protocols and distributed network of users to mint, store and transfer. 27 cryptocurrencies enable direct and anonymous transactions without oversight. So, 10 buyers to communicate and exchange funds anonymously and with little risk of detection. More about challenges in dark web, my co-presenter will elaborate further. Thank you.
Next, I want to explain the dark web challenges. This policy brief examines the expansion of drug markets on the darknet or hidden web and the challenges they pose for both law enforcement agencies and the international legal framework within which those agencies ultimately operate. The challenges of globalizations, transnational organized crime, HIV, and the electronic communications revolution, drug treaty system, and associated traditional counter narcotics strategies are increasingly inadequate tools which to address emerging challenges such as the darknet drug markets. As outlined by Martin 2014, illegal drugs have been bought and sold on the internet since it was first established. According to Markov 2005, in Martin, the first online e-commerce transaction was a 1971 marijuana exchange between students at Stanford University using the ARPANET accounts at the institution Artificial Intelligence Laboratory and their counterparts at Massachusetts Institute of Technology. This underlines the dual use challenge that the advent of the internet posed for the IDCR with unstoppable and positive advances in global communication, creating an enabling environment for illegal drug supply and use. Supply or demand conserved before the challenges of globalizations, transnational organized crime, HIV, and the electronic communications revolution, the drug treaty system, and associated traditional counter narcotic strategies are increasingly inadequate tools with which to address emerging challenges such as the darknet drug markets. Although the internet has been available to the public since 1990s, the darknet has only emerged in recent years. The growing sophistication of terrorist use of the darknet presents a tough challenge for government counter-terrorism agencies and security services. Recent years have seen a dramatic growth in the sale of a variety of illegal substances on darknet drug markets, with online sales projected to increase exponentially due to expanding internal availability. evolving technologies, and the profusion of social media. This new form of retail market poses a major challenge to not only law enforcement agencies but also the UN International Drug Controller System and related legal structures within which these agencies operate. The most effective and reasonable tactics are those that can target specific anonymous users and hold them accountable for their actions rather than de-anonymizing vast swaths of user data. The FBI used a hacking tool to identify the IP addresses of user accessing a hidden Thor child abuse site called Play Python COS 2016. That's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.